Our next guest says over 50% of the population has had their credit score unnecessarily lowered due to student debt. His organization's goal is to help you better manage financial aid.
ASA was created in 1956 by the legislature here in Massachusetts. Actually, it was promoted by the Massachusetts Bankers Association to help provide loans and financing for Massachusetts colleges. This is in the days when there were local banks.
Sure.
And that focus was as a guarantor to lenders. In 1996, when I came, the need to guarantee the lenders had gotten smaller. The need to start guaranteeing the students had gotten bigger. So we really changed the focus in 1996 to focusing on debt management activities. We basically use the college financing process as the teaching tool. And so it allows the students to learn how to take out a loan, learn what their obligations are, and we do it over a period of time.
Do the lessons begin when they get their admissions letter or on September 1st, the first day of school?
Well, we actually provide services here in Boston and in other places. In fact, we just started a SALT Live program, which is a bus that we take to high schools.
And SALT is an acronym?
SALT is not an acronym. SALT was the original money. Roman soldiers were paid, in salt. It was the first thing ever taxed, in fact. So the bus process is something that we actually get into the high schools and help them college selection process, but also help them fill out the financial aid forms. Anybody who's going to college, regardless of income, should apply for financial aid.
Do universities provide similar services?
Colleges, individual colleges do have financial literacy programs, but none of them really combine financial literacy and the debt management aspects of it. Very often at the campuses, it's a separate program. There's an academic side which does financial literacy, and then the financial aid office is dealing with the debt, and our function is to try to really make sure the student's getting all those services together. In other words, there is a means to an end. The end is being able to successfully manage your debt and successfully get through college.
How are you defining the term debt management?
In this country, we finance education. 65 or 70% of all forms of aid available is a form of debt. For the student to be successful, get through college, they have to be able to manage the debt. And one of the major issues we're facing today is that because students are taking so long to pay off their debt, it's stilting home purchases, car purchases, other economic activities. So managing the debt actually becomes a national issue. It's not just a personal thing for the student, it's an economic issue. Just like higher education is an economic issue for the country. We want a better educated workforce. We also need the students, if we're going to give them debt to get through college, the tools they need to successfully manage that debt, and that's really the focus.
Are the low interest rates for banks helping or hurting student loan rates?
We're talking federal student loan rates. They're set by Congress, and that's really, it's a congressional action separate from the economy and so on. Right now, though, there are some alternative loans that have fairly good rates because bank rates are low. But the first thing any student should be doing and parents should be doing is looking to the federal loans first. That's really where the best protections are. They're all the repayment options are available in the federal loans.
Are there costs for your services?
No, it's free to the borrower, and as a nonprofit, that's our focus, is to make sure we can provide the highest possible quality of service to the borrower free.
Where do you receive your funding from?
Our funding comes from multiple sources. We're supported by the colleges we work with. There's over 260 colleges, and that's growing. We also receive grants and sponsorships from corporations like Experian and Eastern Bank who are working on specific programs with us. We also work with foundations. Foundations provide funding and so on.
Given how valuable your advice is, why not create a separate for-profit division?
From a public purpose point of view, one of the key elements that we want to do is we want to be neutral. And neutrality, it requires no conflicts, and profit creates a conflict here. And there are collection agencies that provide some of these services, but they're a collection agency. They're taking a cut.
Right.
From a mission perspective, this is actually something the government should be doing anyway. It's their loan program. They should be supplying these services. But as a federal program, you can't do it. It's like having the IRS give you tax advice.
Right.
There's conflict there. And so it has to be a neutral third party that provides the services and from that perspective without the motive of profit.
Would there be any conflict of interest from receiving state or federal funding?
No, we do receive some federal funds. We also are working with the Mass State Scholarship Office here in Massachusetts, and they're actually sponsoring SALT for all the state grant recipients. One of the key elements is our target is the consumer. So technically the school's not the customer, the student's the customer. We have to do what's good for them and what's best for them.
Why wouldn't every college across the United States be a member of yours?
I don't know why they wouldn't. No, our goal actually is to continue growing the program. To do that, we need to get more sponsors so we can spread it further.
Paul, thank you.
Thank you.
Paul Combe, the President and CEO of American Student Assistance.
Coming up, how could off-campus housing help veterans? But first, does it pay to be a corporate Jiminy Cricket? We'll find out when the Language of Business continues.